Hello everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful day. If the man you love had to choose his father's company or your little family, what would he do tonight? In today's episode, James faces an ultimatum, yet the kitchen still glows. Diep Nhi grill a humble, happy meal, plans for a new collection point take shape, and a quiet worry about Hung lingers like rain on the roof. Will love and leadership fit at the same table? Can a small sign and a brave smile start a brand new life by morning? If you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next heart-stirring chapter. Morning finds James in the hallway, his shoes remember. His father has just landed. Rain dries on the tiles. "How's work?" he asks, tapping the air like a barometer. "Are you ready to come back?" "Things run fine without me," James says. "I'm setting up something new here." The company isn't a summer project. "I know, returning isn't essential right now." They circle to what matters. "And the woman," his father says. "Diep." "I plan to marry her," James answers. "I'm opening a company, I want both." The reply lands like fast-drying ink. "Marriage is your affair, but I don't agree to taking in another child." He means Nhi, quick smile, tidy manners, a ribbon that always needs retying. "Nhi is a good girl," James says. "This is my choice." The air tightens. His father sets the terms like numbers on a ledger. "Choose Diep or choose the company." "Dad," James says, gentle but immovable, "I've chosen."
"I'm standing by them and I'm staying the course on the company. Ask me tomorrow. Ask me next month. Same answer." Silence, thin as glass. Another worry slips in. Hung, on a trip to Cambodia. Days without contact. Maybe bad signal, maybe not. His father will call old friends. James nods. When the door closes, the rain sounds like scattered rice on the roof. "Choice," James thinks, watching the road turn to a dark underline. The word paces his mind, but it doesn't move him. The company plan keeps its quiet beat. By late afternoon, the house hums like people who believe in tomorrow. The stove glows, marinated meat perfumes the eaves. Diep rolls up her sleeves. "Nhi, water break." "I like the lemon kind," Nhi whispers, clutching the cup.
"Can I help?" "You always help," Diep says, tying back her hair. "Stand a little to the side in case the fire pops." Fat sizzles like sudden rain. The grill sits at an angle so the fire can breathe. James checks the charcoal. Don thumps his tail by the door, pretending not to beg. Talk turns to the collection point. "Tomorrow, after we hang the sign," James says, "we open near the junction where the harvesters pass. We weigh on the spot, pay on the spot." "The road is wide there," Diep says. "Long sightline." "Standing there is best," Mrs. Huyen adds, rinsing bowls with the calm rhythm of someone who has seen many beginnings. The matter of capital arrives, unembarrassed. "I've got my part," Diep says. "I've got mine," James replies. "If we come up short, we'll seek support, clean on paper." Mrs. Huyen nods. "If it pinches, say so. I have a little saved. A start is holy. You don't let it fail for lack of a small thing." A breeze lifts the curtain. The yard still smells like rain. Diep turns the skewers, wrist sure. "Back a step, sweetie." A hiss pops louder than expected. Nhi jumps, then giggles. Chairs are set, chopsticks aligned, a bottle of soda crowned in the center, like a small promise. The warm stove draws them close. Woman, man, child. Each with a task, each task with purpose. Simple is enough, but the pebble stays in the shoe. Hung, 3 days promised, now overdue. "We'll call his colleagues again," James says. "If not tonight, first thing." "I'll text Lynn," Diep adds. Her cousin knows a manager there. Someone has to have seen him. They make a quiet plan. Names to call, times to try, what to ask. Then they put it down, because dinner is also a task, and feeding the people you love is how you believe in next steps. Is the sign really finished? Nhi asks, drumming the table. Finished and beautiful, James says. At dawn we'll set it up. You can hand me the nails. I'm strong, she says, flexing. You're the strongest, Diep agrees, and for a moment the room is only laughter and the pride of a simple meal. When the skewers shine and the rice sends up its soft steam, Diep wipes her hands. Should we invite? Nhi sits straight, solemn as a small bell. She remembers the order she practiced. Grandma Huyen, please come to dinner. Aunt Diep, Uncle James. Smiles answer, chairs rasp. The roof holds a light, lingering rain. The sign is done, the plan is set. The capital might stretch if it must. The table feels like an island where even bad news has to knock. Cheers for tomorrow's start, Mrs. Huyen says, lifting her glass. Cheers, they echo, glasses touching, clear as rain on stoneware. James watches Nhi reach for a crisped edge of meat and thinks how fast a life changes when a heart changes first. He's still the man who reads balance sheets. He's also the man who will stand in a muddy yard at daybreak to set a sign straight. Both are true. Dad called, he says quietly to Diep as they move dishes. He gave me an ultimatum. Diep's hands pause. I'm sorry. I chose us, he says, and I'm still opening the company. Her eyes shine, one knot loosened, one still there. Thank you. We'll need courage twice, he adds. Once for love, once for spreadsheets. Good thing we're stubborn, she says, sliding the last plate into place. A motorbike hums past. Don lifts his head and settles again. The house breathes, steady and small. More soda? Nhi asks, hopeful. Just a little, Diep says, topping off the cup that's more bubbles than water. Tomorrow I'll greet the workers, Nhi declares. I'll say, welcome to our collection point. Our niche is courtesy with good prices, James tells her, grinning. Diep nudges him. No slogans at dinner? Too late, he says, and Nhi repeats it like a password to a kinder world. Outside, the rain gives up. Inside, the food is ready, and the future, fragile, brave, imperfect, pulls up a chair. Dinner finds its rhythm the way rain finds the eaves, soft, then sure. Plates arrive in a small procession. Rice, charred skewers, bright cucumber salad. Nhi announces each dish like a presenter, mispronouncing cucumber and refusing correction. Don patrols the perimeter with dignified restraint. Grandma first, Nhi says, setting a bowl before Mrs. Huyen. Thank you, little hostess, Mrs. Huyen smiles. Sweet words make sweet nights. They eat, not a feast, just food that tastes like effort paid forward. Conversation wraps around work the way steam wraps around rice. They rehearse tomorrow without calling it rehearsal. Who carries the sign, who measures, who logs weights, who pays. James will handle the ledger and cash box. Diep will check quality and greet. Nhi will be Chief Hello Officer, a title she repeats until it becomes real. About the capital, Mrs. Huyen says gently, if you need cushioning for the first weeks, say it before the worry grows teeth. We've both put in, James answers, enough to stand. If volume spikes, we might pinch. Then you'll call me, she says. A start should not stumble for lack of a small bridge. I didn't want to burden you, Diep says. You honor me when you ask, Mrs. Huyen replies. I'm not offering rescue, I'm offering runway. It lands. James writes runway across the inside of his mind. He knows how quickly a good morning can turn on a delayed truck or a bad bargain, but he also knows what it means to hear, "You are not alone." He glances at Diep. She gives him the look that says, "We are building the same house." Nhi raises her plastic cup. "Cheers to our family and the sign that doesn't fall." Glasses touch. Laughter coins the air. The lane smells rinsed. James breathes easier. "Dad will push again," he says quietly. He thinks love and leadership can't sit at the same table. "Then we'll show him a bigger table," Diep answers. "That's the plan, make a life so visible even a skeptic can't miss it. Keep the spreadsheets clean and the promises cleaner. Choose and keep choosing." The pebble returns, hung. He often goes silent when things get messy, but this silence tastes wrong. James texts the last manager one more time, tucks the phone away. On these roads with Diep, he has learned to hold two truths at once, hope and plan. Hope he's fine, plan for if he isn't. Nhi breaks a crisp piece of meat with the seriousness of surgery. "Uncle James?" "Yes, Chief, hello?" "If a worker is shy, can I give them the first soda so they feel brave?" The room goes soft. The world has argued all day about money and who counts as family. The child decides bravery might be a cold drink offered first. "You can," James says. "And if they don't want soda, give them your biggest smile." She demonstrates, eyes squinted, cheeks threatening mutiny, and everyone surrenders. They eat slower. Stories arrive. Mrs. Huyen tells one about her first year in the city, starting with a folding table and hope. "Careful notes," she says. "We're a kind of prayer." Diep shares her mother's line. Salt listens to time. James recalls an internship where a kind supplier saved a deal no model predicted. "It isn't either or," he says. "It's both and, heart and head, family and work." The niche isn't hustle with a smile slapped on. It's fairness you can measure. "Spoken like a man who can price ginger and feelings," Diep teases. When plates are mostly bones and shine, they begin the closing ceremony that isn't a ceremony, gathering bowls, dousing embers, sweeping ash, setting aside a portion for breakfast. Nhi insists on wiping the table. She performs each stroke like an audition for an award in tidiness. Don earns a lawful piece of meat, then curls by the door, guardian of the quiet. "Before we sleep," Mrs. Huyen says, "we name the first tasks." It helps courage attach to something. They list them like blessings: wake early, boil water, double-check cash box, carry sign and hammer, hang the banner, greet, weigh, pay, record, smile, even if it drizzles, ask the first harvester to sign the log with a flourish so it feels official. Take a picture, not for the internet, but for the heart. "May tomorrow be ordinary in the ways that matter," she adds. "No drama, just progress." "I can live with that," James says. They step onto the porch with their cups and the last of the soda. The sky has cleared into dark satin. Frogs discuss policy. Crickets vote aye. The sign waits inside, letters dried, edges clean. James turns the padlock in his hand, teaching his fingers the motion that will start the day. Open, shut, open, shut. "Mom," Nhi says, pressed against Diep's side, "what if the first customer is mean?" "Then we let them be mean," Diep answers. "We still weigh fair and pay fair. We don't let one voice pick the soundtrack." "And what if we make a mistake?" she whispers. "Then we fix it fast and apologize faster," James says. "Mistakes aren't monsters, they're teachers with poor manners." She nods and yawns. Time folds down, dishes dry in the rack like little moons. James sends one more message about Hung, then places the phone face down. Tonight, the family he chose is here, under this roof, breathing this air. He lets that be enough. Inside, they make sleep the way they made dinner, simple, together. A spare blanket is laid out, the mosquito net tucked like a blessing. Night hands them room for dreams and they accept it. Before the light clicks off, Mrs. Huyen speaks into the tender dark. "Tomorrow begins," she says, not loud, just true. "Tomorrow begins," they echo, three voices shaping one promise. And the house, which has learned their names, seems to breathe them back. Tonight ends softly. An ultimatum met with quiet courage, a meal shared, and a small sign ready to face the morning. James chooses a bigger table, one where love and leadership sit side by side. Diep turns worry into work, Nhi turns shyness into welcome, and Mrs. Huyen lays a simple runway for takeoff. Maybe Hung's silence still stings, but hope holds steady. Wayfare, pay fair, fix fast, keep going. Tomorrow won't be perfect, just honest, and that's enough to build a life. If this touched you, tap like to send a little courage their way, and subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter. Tell us in the comments, which moment stirred you most? The father's ultimatum, the first cheers, or Nhi's brave plan to greet strangers with a smile? Your words help this family and our community feel less alone.